WoMENSA listeners, I'm addressing you in a cold open once again because I'm violating my own rules. WoMENSA listeners, feel free to jack off during this episode. In fact, we encourage you to masturbate during this episode, especially if
Please
you're
jack
thinking of us.
off.
I want you to come, WoMENSA listener. Come stroke for me, please.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just imagine instead of my microphone, my lips are pressed up real close. Oh, I want to smell you, WoMENSA listener. I want to taste you.
Jesus Christ.
Me, listener.
You're more of a whore than me.
Take.
Okay, let's start the fucking episode. Okay, now.
Wait, we forgot the clap sync. God damn it.
Oh, fuck, okay. Hello, WoMENSA listeners, and welcome to yet another episode of the WoMENSA podcast. This is episode 10, yay! But more importantly than that, because who cares about the wider show when we are in the month of June, which means we are in our Pride Month Spectacular. This is week 3, and sadly the final week of our month-long, well, 3/4 of the month-long celebration of Pride Month of the faggots and gays and queers and fairies and, poofs. The poof does. So,
unfortunately,
sexuality.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yes.
our co-host, Dr. Professor Bethany Mizrahi, is not here right now. She doesn't have sex, so she just couldn't relate to this episode.
Yeah, we decided that if this is going to be the sexual episode, if we're going to be talking about sex, we need true masters of the craft. True, skilled tradesmen in order to properly address this topic. So Beth is not here.
I have sex all the time.
Mm-hmm. We locked her. We made her come to the studio, but we locked her in a different room. She is hooked up to a CCP milking machine, showing her endless videos of, weird anime hentai stuff, fucked up tentacle Urotsukidoji Uroguro stuff. Hopefully entirely reprogramming her sexual tastes until she is a strange, bizarre, psychosexual sadist creature, but in a way that is not erotic to anyone. While that's going on...
Don't be so sure.
Oh, good lord. Well, while that's going on, the two expert sexers, the two sexual savants of the podcast, will be here to discuss sexuality.
My favorite part of sex is when I put my penis in her butthole.
Well, you are definitely the one that would be getting penetrated. That's one thing that I know very well about you. You would be an excellent top and a dominant one at that. My god, you would be a fucking... I can just picture you wielding a whip and chain, just going to town on some poor, pathetic bitch's body. This poor, pathetic bitch, of course, not being you, because you're nothing like that. Just absolutely whipping the shit. Me, meanwhile, I take a more reserved, meditative approach. I don't so much have sex. My favorite sexual activity is mutual masturbation. Both of us in opposite corners of the room with our eyes closed, repeating the same mantra over and over, while doing our best to not imagine the other person in the room masturbating.
What's the mantra?
It's just repeating "come" over and over.
Come.
I'm gonna come.
Come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
Yeah, it's how you achieve enlightenment.
Yeah, we have a circle of candles lit up in my unventilated bedroom, and the sex ends either when both of us come or when the smoke fills my room so thoroughly that we both pass out and my building needs to be evacuated.
Woo!
Which really is more of a rewarding orgasm because you don't get to orgasm, and in a sort of spiritual way, the orgasm means that the orgasmic energy is leaving your body. It's much more better in a sort of semen retention way if the orgasm stays in your body and you don't get that release, but it stays inside of you and pumps up your soul, say, achieved through suffocation by gas. That's really what I'm about in the bedroom. Suffocation by gas? The fuck am I talking about?
By gas.
Yeah, by gas. I'd be farting on that shit. Man, I'd be sitting on that face getting eaten the fuck out. No, man, I'd be letting it rip in there.
Yeah, you know, now that the Nazis are back, they might just go and like find your bedroom and, you know, pick that.
True,
because it's
true.
a gas chamber.
True, but you know, at least they'll be like, the people put in there will be dying in the midst of a like sick mutual JO sesh, meditative mutual JO. It's like an ayahuasca trip for the poor.
A bunch of fucking El Salvadorans are just looking and like as they're choking to death, they're like, ooh, ah.
I think I'm going to come now. I do
They
not
start
know if
taking
I'm
part.
supposed to come in the chamber.
They take part.
Will they kill me even harder if I come in the chamber?
I
cannot come.
I'm trying my best not to come, but I can't stop. Oh,
You are
no.
not going to come. You look at me. You cannot come. You will not let the guards give the satisfaction of you coming. You cannot show them the pleasure you take in dying. You go out mad. And my accent slipping. But I think
It just
I'm
ended
going
up being
to
Chinese.
Come. Oh, I can't. Honestly, I'm pretty sure most of the Chinese exchange students, the foreign students, not exchange students, I'm not in fucking high school. The foreign students at my university, I'm pretty sure they're getting up to some, like, freaky Buddhist candlelit mutual JO suffocation sessions. What's that sound? What am I hearing?
Oh, I was putting away my plates.
Putting away your plates, much like how one would put away their penis into another person's general orifice. We don't discriminate here.
There's a lot of
What's your
orifices.
favorite-
Orifi.
What's your favorite orifice to have sex with, Steph? Let's get a top 5 ranking.
Oh, okay. A top 5.
Yeah.
Nose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting adventurous with that.
Yeah, so what you do is you wait for you wait for the other person. God damn it, I can't. Fuck. So you stick it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're soft. You stick it in someone's nose, and then you get hard. And then
Whoa.
when you're done, you ejaculate into their brain. And then you pull it out, and then like the nostrils are misshapen.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like a body mod sex almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like body modding through the act of sex. That's exciting.
Yeah, well, that's just like a side effect.
Yeah. My number one favorite orifice to have sex with is actually somewhat related to that. I had much more fun with it like 10 years ago when this was more of a popular thing. But I only choose partners with like gauged earlobes. You know, the big hole things, the gauges. So I meet them when they're very small. And then I spend 5 to 7 years, we can say, courting them to slowly get larger and larger gauge holes. And then when it's large enough to fit me, I'm like, take the gauge out. Let me see it. And then I gradually masturbate myself to complete hardness, and I insert my penis into the hole in their earlobe. I've only managed to break through it, I want to say 6 to 8 times.
Oh my god.
Which is overall a pretty good record.
Yeah.
And it's not really worth it after that, because it's like super loose. So usually if that happens, I just dump them.
Yeah, you discard them.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
They don't serve any purpose anymore.
Yeah, I only really engage with people insofar as they're useful to me.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, because I'm a good person. I'm a good person, and therefore people have a duty to serve me and fit my needs. Come on.
Exactly. Okay, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Do you think scat fetishists discriminate by gender?
Why would they? All they care about is going up to Scatland.
Yeah, playing with Scatman's world.
Yeah. If you want to be free, you better listen to me.
Mm-mm. Is scat fetishist scat man, black and white and brown man? Tell me about the color of your turds.
Yeah. See, that's like what I'm saying. Like they don't discriminate. They have a whole song about it.
They got fucking imagining a scat fetishist like jacking off to Billie Holiday recordings. That's a joke for more of a joke for Beth, but I hope you still appreciate. You know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Beth, who probably check up on her at some point. She's been in there. Our recording was kind of delayed because Steph had to get off work, so sadly Beth has been in the psychosexual torture chamber for probably, I want to say, like 13 hours without food or water.
Yeah, that's fine.
Probably fine.
Yeah, I mean, like
probably fine.
Like, listen, like we have procedures in place.
Yeah.
We've come a long way from psychosexual torture systems since A Clockwork Orange.
Exactly. Yes. We are no longer keeping someone's eyes wide open with brutal, like, those fucking eye clamps. They're really disgusting. I really hate that. Showing them videos of fucking brutal rape. No. We're showing our friend Beth cool videos of sexy tentacle rape. That are awesome and hot.
Yeah. And we don't have clamps. We have clips.
Yeah. Action and a constant, instead of the like drips of water that they were putting in his eyes to like lubricate them, we have a constant IV drip of pure amphetamine into her blood to make sure that she doesn't fall asleep and doesn't stop paying attention. She just keeps spurting load after load after load, and eventually we will end up with an entire 1-gallon drum of, we'll call it Beth juice, and we'll sell it at a farmer's market for a premium. Well, okay, but like really, on the poop thing, like, do you think a scat fetishist who's into doo-doo poopy is looking like a guy who really wants a girl to shit on his face? Do you think, like, he's jacking off to pictures of poop, and then he realizes that a man pooped it, and he's, like, furious?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you think so?
That's 100% a thing.
I have to feel like it is too, because I feel like a lot of it is like the lady poop, you know? Scat fetishist, it's always some kind of weird degradation thing.
Yeah.
I'm much more sensitive to male scat fetishists who want to receive the poop than I am for ones who want to give the poop. Because one of them is cool and based, you know, some disgusting hedonistic shit man groveling under the fucking hot, sweaty turd out of a beautiful woman's beautiful big ass. And the other
sounds
one
like you think about this a lot.
I honestly do. Like, I'm not into it. Like, there's nothing erotic about shit. It's shit. It's shit from a butt. It's poo-poo. It's poo-poo caca. but like it's
I-
just such a fascinating sexual, like it's such a fascinating thing to find erotic
it's like
that
baffling to me. I understand piss even, but I don't
Mhm.
understand poop at all.
I honestly understand like the extreme Arrowguro stuff, like jacking off to the fucking anime skinning machine. I get that more
No.
honestly than poop.
I
Well, there's like
those
oh,
are
those are more they're more deeply upsetting to me, but I get it more. You know, I can see how it would be sexy to someone.
Mhm.
That kind of like there's a viscerality to it, you know?
Yeah.
Like literally being torn to shreds. I mean, already our sexual the way we speak about sex is already so mired in extreme violence.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna kill the pussy, I'm gonna stab your asshole, you know.
I've never heard either of those things be said ever.
You haven't heard that?
No.
I'm gonna fucking jump your dick.
No.
Really? I'm gonna
No.
fight club your mouth with my Brad Pitt penis.
I wish I'd heard that.
Mm-hmm. Scat fetishist, like I'm gonna Tyler turd in your mouth.
I'm gonna fucking I don't even I can't even come up with anything. That's like so crazy.
I don't see it. I've heard
Uh-oh.
all of these before.
My Discord
What's
fuck up?
uh-oh? Can you hear
Oh,
me?
my Discord was fucked. I can hear you now.
Oh.
Technical
We do have a
difficulties.
studio.
I just
yeah,
realized you had the camera on the whole time and I didn't.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Let me turn that on.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine. You don't have to. Anyway, the man giving the poop, the man being the one pooping onto a beautiful woman, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels very like misogynistic degradation, you know, a man fantasizing about a woman being so subservient to him that she'll be willing to do literally anything. Like he can put her through the most degrading shit in the world and she'll eat it up. That's very yucky to me. It feels very like bad and gross. Hey, Steph.
Hi.
But I don't know. Overall, the poop thing is just odd.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree that it's strange to find poop sexy?
You know, hot take, but yes, I think it's very odd. Very strange.
There's something odd about it. I'd say it's honestly, I'd go so far as to say that it's unusual.
It's a bit strange.
Mm-hmm. It's peculiar. It's definitely atypical to masturbate to thoughts of poopy.
I am inclined to agree.
Would you ever do it?
No.
Me either. Would you do pee-pee?
Yes.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Me? I'm practically, literally multiple people in my life have referred to me as a toilet. And I don't like when they do it. I don't want to be fucking degraded like that, but multiple people in my life have unprompted said to me, like, I bet you would love to be used as a personal urinal. And I'm like, okay, maybe you don't quite understand the intricacies of this here. This is the episode that is meant to... It seems that every episode recently we have been trying desperately to weed out our slowly growing listener base. Incredibly slowly. We are just desperately trying to stop new and old listeners from continuing to listen. And I think this is a good way. What's a sex thing you have in mind right now? Tell me your deepest sexual fantasy.
I'm. You put me on the spot right here.
Well, you seem like the kind of person who would get off to that as well. So, use some cathexis here.
I do not get
Sublimate
off to
this
being
conversation
put
a
on
little
the
bit.
spot. Okay.
You don't get off to being in the hot seat?
No. I don't get off sexually to being in the hot seat. I do like being in the hot. I do like being the center of everyone's attention.
Mm.
But that's not a sexual thing. That's me being a narcissistic, egotistical cunt.
It will probably also become a sex
Possibly.
thing. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine you fucking spurting massive loads. Just like absolutely like mind wiped out, like you swore you saw heaven, but you don't remember what it looked like. If there were just like 18 people just doting on you, you know, like sucking you off to completion, you know, putting it up your ass all tenderly and stuff, like getting face fucked out, you know, like till you're like spitting all over yourself, spitting up all over your own face, you know, just like leaving you an absolute like dumpster mess. Or maybe I'm wrong.
No. I don't think so. I think you're probably correct.
Okay. That's cool.
I think that's the natural end result of how things are going to go with this path I've chosen.
Oh yeah, no, your recent activity, that is gonna be like, you're headed there.
I'm on the way.
I'm on the way. I found a way.
I
This
never
is-
thought that I'd be a... Fuck.
Uh,
Do you remember when he got caught for child endangerment? Drake Bell?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. I
And then
never thought that I'd be a pedophile. I found a way.
I found a boy. Well, it was probably a young girl.
No, it was a boy.
He was a gay pedophile?
I don't think he was actually a pedophile. I think it was like he just like literally like I think he took the kid drinking or something. Like it was like his cousin or something. I don't think it was pedophilic.
I remember it being pedophilic.
Was it? Let me look. Are you sure you're not just thinking because his real name is Jared, so like there's kind of a conflict in there?
I don't think so.
Let me look.
I'm thinking more because he fled the country.
Drake Bell child endangerment lawsuit. 2 years of probation and child endangerment suit. Oh no, it was a girl.
Mm.
Oh yeah, he met a girl online. Yeah. No, okay. Who was I thinking about then? I must have been thinking something.
I don't know. Pedophilia. That's a sexual arrangement that I don't approve of.
Yeah, hot take. I don't approve of fucking children.
Mm-hmm. No matter
Or
how
fucking
sexy
children.
they are.
I hate children, and I also don't think it's good to fuck them either.
I mean, yeah, that's good. Why would you fuck someone that you hate?
Yeah.
And all children fit into that category. So,
Do you think pedophiles
You're like a
just are like really
pedophile-
into hate fucking?
wait. I don't want to think about that particular thing. The idea of a child getting hate fucked is too awful for me to be willing to go along with for the bit. But I mean, the joke popped into my mind, don't get me wrong, but I decided against it because listen, that's bad. You're kind of like not a pedophile by the transitive property.
What?
Cuz like you hate kids
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want to fuck someone you hate. A then B, B then C, thus A then C.
I don't think it's the
You know.
transitive property. I think I just don't fuck with that. I don't think there's like
no,
I
I think it's a transitive property. I think it's only that reason.
Why are you trying to do this? This is the second time you've slandered me as a sex offender.
Oh, I don't think you've done it. Because you wouldn't. Because you hate kids.
Oh my god.
It was a bad idea for me to give myself an episode about sex. I'm realizing that like halfway in.
Do you think
it was a bad idea to give myself free reign for this?
Do you think that there's such a thing as an anti-natalist pedophile?
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's like, well, like Rustin Cole from True Detective, like, well, you see, human sexuality was a grave mistake. We're all just little puppets controlled by a headless master. I think if we all woke up, we realized that you shouldn't be making any more kids. Too many people wanting to fuck them. Pedophilia is wrong, I know that. I believe in justice. I know that it's only right if everyone knew what kind of monsters like me existed. Minds to stop. It's like the character basically is someone who is anti-natalist because they think pedophilia is wrong, but they're also a pedophile, so they think they should have less options.
But what if it's not that? What if it's someone who doesn't think it's wrong? Like, what would be the context of, like, a person who's, like, enthusiastically a pedophile, and they're also an anti-natalist?
I feel like they would just be separate things, then.
Like, what do you...
Okay, no, let's work this out. So the anti-natalists, they don't want any kids to be born because they think... It's like the kind of, like, who's the guy? Fucking, like the Mindlander kind of pessimist antinatalism, you know? It's like all of the world is suffering, so it is our ethical duty to make sure that we alleviate the suffering of others as much as possible in our slow march towards extinction. So the antinatalist pedophile would probably think, you know, if all of life is just an endless, horrible, drudgerous trudge towards inevitable death and extinction and light going out in the universe, then I'm going to make as many kids come as possible. I don't know, maybe something like that. Maybe let's just get off of the pedophilia thing overall, because I feel like I'm going to end up saying things as a bit that will be very easy to clip.
Oh, don't worry, there will be highlights.
You know what? Go crazy.
You know, I'll embarrass myself too. Okay, so you wanted to know like my greatest sexual fantasy.
Let's hear it.
Oh shit! I know I did this to myself too. I shouldn't have gone back. I just realized I don't want to say that.
You literally offered.
I know.
Come on.
Come on, Stephanie.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
Don't do that.
God, it was a bad idea for me to give myself this episode.
My goodness. Giant women.
Giantess.
Yes.
I don't understand that.
It's the power dynamic. Like
See,
being
you
like
can have
utterly powerless.
You can have a power dynamic without a woman being the size of a skyscraper.
No, but like there's like more shit.
I guess my thing is I don't really understand. I can understand power dynamic stuff, but I don't understand taking it to such an extreme.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, because it's like it's like scary, and that's kind of hot.
You want to be afraid during sex.
Yes.
I feel like that would ruin it for me.
Oh no.
I like it when it's like nice and like fun.
Well, I want it to be
And,
someone
like,
I
loving.
trust, but that they make me scared. Like if it's someone that I trust that can make me scared. Like there's like a weird dichotomy.
Like within kayfabe.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a wrestling term, like when you're in character. Breaking kayfabe is like getting out of character of the situation, just acting as your normal self.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's just like standard, you know.
Yeah, but like
extended sexual dynamic stuff.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, like giant lady that loves me, and also sometimes threatens to literally like crush me to death beneath her gargantuan asshole.
Okay, so you want to be like a tiny little person shoved into the asshole of a woman and have free reign to run around in there. Like, oh no, am I ever gonna get out of here?
Not necessarily that part, but just like a lot of things can kind of go within it.
You want a woman so large that she can sound with you.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
you want her to do that?
Yes.
You want to live inside of a gigantic woman's dick hole.
Well, not live. I want to get out.
I'd like to leave at some point.
Well, yeah, once it's like done. But like for a hot minute.
Interesting. Okay. Now, you do realize that if you give her sexual pleasure while running around inside of the pee hole, I'm assuming this is a trans woman because, you know, this is just how we operate. You would be immediately turned into liquid by cum. If there was a cum shot, you would be ripped to shreds. Like, you would become part of the cum shot.
Well, and I'm assuming in this context that I can just be brought magically back to life because I'm already the context of like.
But you'd be like half cum. The separation process would have to be very thorough.
Yeah.
You'd be like
it's magic.
It's magic.
This
You want to
bitch
be magically inserted into a giant woman's penis.
Well, not
Is
that
she
part,
like a
but,
wizard too?
No. It just is.
Oh. So
it's weird. Listen.
She's capable of magic, but is not
I didn't
a wizard.
expect this
She
to
is
be.
also giant, and she puts you are also. Are you tiny or is she very large?
Either.
Because you could be normal. Okay. So you want to be either tiny or normal size, and she can be either large or normal size, or either normal sized or large, respectively.
Mm-hmm.
You want her to have the capacity to magically teleport you into her penis.
Well, not that part. No, she puts no. Physically
you want her
put
to be
in.
able to physically insert you into her penis. And
this is a mistake.
You want to be exploded into a sort of red goop by the ejaculate, and then you want her to have the magic power to restore you out of rope into a person of the size you were before and reconstitute you in a living person. She has this magic power, but she's not a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My greatest sexual fantasy is like someone who I love and I'm in a committed relationship with.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, taking our time with each other in bed, like telling each other like I love you.
Shut the fuck up. No, it isn't. You're lying.
What the fuck do you think it is?
You want a bitch to pee on you.
That's just like an ancillary thing. That's entirely secondary.
Tell the truth. I was very candid.
What? I am telling you.
No, you're not. You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You're lying.
Lying would be saying that I'm not into the piss at all, okay? I am into it. I accepted that. I would enjoy being pissed on, not in a urinal way, because the urinal way is a little too far for me. Personally, I would just accept, like, being pissed onto, and maybe if a little bit gets into my mouth, you know, that's my journey. I'll swallow it. I'll be a good girl. But, like, you know, overall, that's the piss into the mouth is not the main thing, and the piss itself is not necessarily the main thing. I'm very, like, I love you, kissing, hand-holding.
Oh, no, that too. That's too is awesome. At
So
that
you also...
tiny size.
Okay.
Like, getting,
so
like, kissed and her lip...
crush you into paste in her hand.
Well, no, there's different, like, at different points. Like you getting kissed by lips that are bigger than me is like, oh.
You want to grab onto a hangnail.
Nah, that's not.
As a form of hand-holding.
Oh, yes.
I'm just trying to understand here. Listen, I'm willing to humiliate myself as well. I'm willing for this to be quid pro quo here, okay?
Alright.
So, you can throw shit at me. I don't have anything on mind right now. I will say, one time when I was younger, this is a masturbation story, not a sex story, but it's closely related to sex. You've heard this story before, but I was masturbating in my bed, and I came far too quickly. And I was like, well, shit, this is boring. I wanted to masturbate for longer than this.
Mhm.
So I kept going, and then I believe it was to a GIF on Reddit from Pam Grier in Coffee, the movie Coffee, the classic blaxploitation flick where she like takes that hook off of her dress and takes it off and slowly turns around, like looking very seductively into the camera.
Mhm.
And I felt an orgasm approaching, and then I realized once it had already happened that it was not indeed ejaculate escaping from my penis, but urine. And I pissed directly onto my own face, and a little bit got into my own mouth, which maybe you'll see a little case of homology here between the specific arrangement and the specific circumstances of this one particular accident. And I invite you to make that parallel. That's A-okay with me.
Haha, she likes her own piss. Haha.
Well, I have drank my own piss before, but that was like when I was 5 and I was just curious.
I've never drank piss.
Okay. Well, aren't you special, huh?
Yes.
Okay, dickhole dweller. You're so special for not drinking piss. Okay, this episode's really gone off the rails. I just want to clarify, I am okay with everything we've said getting released exactly as is.
Me too.
Are you on board too? Okay, cool. See, the one with the hang-ups is not on this episode right now. The one with the hang-ups about people knowing certain things about her is, once again, currently in a CCP milking machine preparing our yield for the Sunday farmers market. It's being emptied out into a little keg with the pump. That'll be.
It's a bicycle pump.
Yeah. It's just like a standard keg, you know. You got pump it out, and then it goes out, and it's all like frothy beth. Filling up a red Solo cup with some beth juice on a Sunday.
Bottoms up.
I shouldn't have given myself this episode. What a terrible idea.
This was the greatest choice.
This is gonna be up.
I was gonna say we should do a fetish episode next one, and then. Yeah.
But it's the update.
Oh, that is true. But I was also like that falls on a weird time. Like that's the second. It would be like this episode comes out on the 18th. The next episode will be the 25th.
Yeah.
And then it's the second would be the next step. I don't know.
See, we could just push the update to... Well, the thing is that we've already covered a lot of fetish ground here.
That's what I was thinking. Like we've already did that.
I think BDSM is kind of comical.
Yes.
It's funny, and I think it's funny the idea of people getting off to it. Every time someone talks about, like, ooh, I want to be tied down, I just imagine, like, an old-timey Superman serial where, like, there's a lady tied down to train tracks and, like, a robber in a striped jumpsuit.
Yeah, that's what I imagine, too.
Away. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're into that?
No, that's what I imagine.
You are into interesting things.
I'm into a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm really, like, not.
We should just post on the Twitter. We should post our fetish tier list that we made.
Okay.
Yeah, post our tier lists. Ask.
Should I do that?
Ask.
Should I do that right now?
Yes. Post me and yours.
Hold on. I'm messaging Beth.
Oh yeah. Ask.
Tier list on the WoMENSA Twitter account.
Mine's actually outdated, but
oh, well, fuck.
Nah, just post it anyway. It's funny. Wait, post it and ask people to guess whose is whose.
Oh, I was already gonna do that.
Yes.
I'm gonna make polls at the bottom. So sex. Fuck, I've really expended my energy way too early. I got a lot out with the fucking the mutual masturbation meditative mutual JO suffocation sesh. I put a lot into understanding the. Are you just continuously putting new pieces of gum into your mouth? Right, that's your prerogative. That's your journey. It's your right, Beth has not gotten back to me. I have it lined up so my messages to her play in the VR goggles that we have her attached to. With like a loud blaring sound.
That's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of our messages put up in the VR goggles with a loud blaring sound and flashing red text over it that says, "Do not come to this." Oh my god. Alright, typing again. Only if you don't indicate that it's mine. The idea is that people will guess whose is whose. Alright, well, I'm not waiting to hear back on that. Time to find these.
I think it's in the call voice, like the voice chat.
Yeah, I know where to look. I found it when I was looking to see the results of that BPD IDR Labs test.
That's so funny that was that was the thing. That was the catalyst to learning about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm retarded.
Yeah, you learned about borderline personality disorder from a fucking IDR lab.
Yeah, I took an IDR labs. I had everything maxed out, and I was like, oh.
Well, to be fair, I did worse than you.
That was
but also,
crazy.
To be fair, it's not hard to do worse than me. The thing is, I have all the tendencies. It's just I've put a lot of work into it, so I'm not quite as insane as I used to be. But I used to be a real fucking mess to deal with.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, until
last week.
Yeah, fucking like 2 days ago. Alright, I found mine. Alright, Liz. Where is yours? I think you were like first. Here's Bethany Misray. Save. Beth. Should we just read Beth's out on mic?
read one out from each of ours.
Okay, I'll just say the
most embarrassing S tier one.
Okay, yeah. There's Steph's. Okay, so Stephanie's in the top tier. Oh, I remember there being a really good one here. Yeah, the funniest one in yours is villains/evil.
Which now makes more sense, I assume. After today's episode.
So you want her to be evil too, an evil giant magical non-wizard who puts you in her dick and lets you live there.
Well, doesn't let me live. She takes me out. We've established that.
Okay. Beth's top tier. What's something?
She can censor it if she's upset.
That's true. She's gonna have an excellent fucking time editing this episode. Breeding. Come on, get a fucking grip. Jesus Christ. What is this, 2021? Are we submissive and breedable again? Good lord.
I'm just submissive.
Alright, mine,
It doesn't even doesn't even acknowledge.
What's the point? We all know it. Every single listener either already knows we're guessed based on your general behavior. There's no
On the
need to dwell on it.
podcast?
Yeah.
What have I said on the podcast besides today that is submissive?
Girl, I'm not your therapist. Mine is cock worship, definitely. That's
Oh,
the
yes.
embarrassing one here.
But that's cool.
It's cool.
Well, I mean, I agree.
Yeah, is it in yours too?
It should be.
Where is it in yours? It's not in the top tier.
Am I stupid?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's just villains / evil was infinitely funnier.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Why do you want an evil woman to have sex with you?
I don't know. It's hot.
Because you come to being afraid.
Yes.
Why do you come to being afraid?
I don't know. Like, there's it's powerless.
You can be powerless to a good person.
Well,
you
yeah,
could
that's
do
it.
70s Gaddafi rather than 2000s Gaddafi. That's basically what I'm saying.
It's
Okay,
fun.
well, now what the fuck are we going to talk about? It's Pride Month. This is a Pride Month episode, everyone.
Yeah. Well, we do know, you know, Pride is inherently kinky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I personally, I love watching, like, hot, sweaty men with pup masks at Pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know, waving them out.
I do
giving them to
like
children.
I'm fine with that.
I
don't have a problem with that.
I just don't like it. Like, not for any, like, reason. Like, not for any, like, moral reason. I just find it personally annoying.
Oh, yeah, me too. It's so fucking annoying, but that's why I love it. It's like, you know, my reaction to most of the
Just be a
typical
fucking
kinky
furry,
stuff
you fucking
is
faggot.
like what. No, I respect them way more than furries.
No.
This is this new gen shit. This is all these fucking new gen faggots saying just be a furry rather than like a submissive dog mask person. You need to learn your history, okay? You need to respect your ancestors and your progenitors of faggotry. Because
No, just put on a collar and a leash. You don't need the shitty mask. Fuck you.
I think the mask adds to it because it's like weird and fucked up and like, why the hell would you ever do this? I like that.
I don't fuck with it.
I hope this isn't new information, but the goal of the puppy thing is not to earn your respect.
No, everything is done to earn my respect.
That's true. Everything in this world is pointed towards you, much like the penises of the 18 women who are having sex with you at once in your fantasy.
Viewers, you can't see this, but every time she says that, I immediately get an involuntary grin spread across my face. Much like the semen will be spread across my face.
Yeah, by the 18,000... I guess it's 18,000 now. 18,000 40-foot-tall women who will each use the urinating muscles to push her from one of their penises into the other. In a process taking, let's see. So, we'll say you spend about 30 minutes in each one of these penises. And then there's 18,000.
I can't comment on this.
And then we'll say that on top of this, we'll add about 5 minutes of transfer time, 1/12. That's going to be about 0.08. No? It was in minutes. So why was I acting as if it was in seconds? So we're going to add... Okay, hold on. We're going to need to complicate this. So, 30 minutes times 18,000 women in parentheses. And then we're going to add to that
The natural conclusion to polyamory is 18,000 women.
2 minutes. 2 minutes for transfer time times 17,999. And then we'll do that. This is 575,998 minutes divided by 60. This is 9,599 hours divided by 24. Is about 399 days that you will spend in these giant women's penises. So we have some questions from our anonymous insider source.
Do you think she's gonna make it to this one? This might be the episode that she doesn't finish.
Oh no, she's not gonna finish this one.
We'll see.
I feel
she
so
could
bad right now.
She might.
Okay. All right. First question for this episode: do we ban sex?
No.
No.
Please
Yes.
don't.
Yeah.
No.
Let's ban it.
Wait, let's ban it, and
We've
then
had
like
enough.
it's like hot because it's like dangerous.
No, ban it, and then, don't allow anyone to ever do it ever again. We should ban it psychologically. We should use those Neuralink chips to make sure that every time someone gets a sexual thought or experiences sexual arousal, they are flashed with pictures of dead rats and stuff. And then once they start developing a fetish for that, we think of another thing, and it's an endless loop of conditioning and reconditioning and deconditioning until eventually we have a perfect species of sexless beings.
Oh, we're like the fucking shit. I know the Morlocks. What's the other one in the time machine? In H.G. Wells' time machine, the good ones, the ontologically good race in the time machine by H.G. Wells.
Oh yeah, the nice ones up top who just kind of run around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ah.
But I know what you're talking about. The Gooblians. They're the Gooblians now.
Yeah, they're the Gooblians.
I always imagine them looking exactly like Pym.
Charlie, I don't have a gender, Charlie. Pym, the fucking Morlocks are gonna come and eat us. Oh my god.
Pym, I don't really think that, I don't think that we're supposed to be having sex right now. We don't even really have genitals.
I'm gonna fucking gape your gaping stupid asshole, Pym.
I'm entirely neutral towards kids, Charlie! I'm entirely neutral towards kids!
Pym, your neutral towards children's t-shirt, leaves us asking a lot of questions already answered by your t-shirt.
I do not have any particularly strong feelings towards children.
We should make that. That should be our first merch drop. It should have all of our faces on it, and our names and home addresses.
Alright, it's written down. Okay. So I think you say no, we shouldn't ban sex. I say we shouldn't necessarily ban sex, we should just continuously manipulate people into not wanting to have it for the rest of their lives.
I see.
Next question. Is gay sex or straight sex cooler and better and awesomer gay sex?
Gay sex. Obviously.
Straight sex is gayer than gay sex for men. Because if you're a man having straight sex, you're having sex with a woman, which is gay.
Yeah.
And if you're a woman, you're letting a man take pleasure from you, which is anti-feminist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that.
Mm-hmm. Gay sex, if you're a man and a man, you're having a good time with your homies. This is the eating on mic episode now, everyone. Anyone who really gets off on the sounds of chewing, here's this for you.
Oh, I have my mic set up that you can't actually hear when I chew.
I don't.
Oh, I know. Okay, you. I had to, take my headphones off. I was so That was so gross. That
Yeah,
like
gay sex
fucking
is better.
triggered me.
I'm sorry.
I'm fucking
Someone's gonna
SJW
come to
owned.
that.
Oh, absolutely.
The people who have been masturbating to this whole episode the whole time, edging themselves. I
One
just
of our
broke a
friends
few
would do
people's
that.
streaks right there. Yeah,
At least
I
one of
hope
our
every
friends.
single listener, I hope, if you haven't masturbated throughout this entire episode, stop listening. Stop listening forever.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. Unfollow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Unfollow the Twitter and Blue Sky account, which would not be hard because we do not have many followers on either of those. Anyways, we should really start plugging the social medias in the episodes just to create a kind of feedback loop.
Oh, that is true. Follow us on twitter.com and bluesky.bluesky.
It's at WoMENSA Pod on Twitter.com.
Yeah, it's at WoMENSA Pod. I think it's at WoMENSA Pod on... Let me check. Fuck.
WoMENSAPod.bisky.social.
First things first, I'm gay, I am stupid, and I'm fucking gay. How the fuck do I hate Blue Sky.
First things first, I'ma live in your penis till I'm dead.
Yeah, on Blue Sky, it's just womensa.bluesky.social.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of the giantess shit, I got a notification on my alternate account that I use to like follow this stuff. Let me read it out. I need to use planets as anal beads.
You're fucking with me. Do you find this hot? Do you find the idea of that hot?
No.
Okay. Oh, she's bullshitting.
No, but there is
planets as anal.
This is a real thing from like someone I follow who usually posts better than this.
That is one of the most retarded things I've heard in my entire life.
Well, there's more, but I don't want to read all that out.
Who is jacking off to this? Who hears I need to use planets as anal beads and comes?
Someone.
Whatever. That's their journey. What the fuck? That completely fucking sidetracked me. Oh, we were just talking about our fucking Twitter account. This episode sucks. This is a bad episode of the podcast. We have one more question, and then I say we cut it for our own.
I love just
yes?
masturbating over a city.
Please tell me what this account is.
No.
No, please send it in. Send it in. Please.
I am not doing that. No, I've
Why?
spoken to this person. I don't want them to know I'm making fun of them.
I was gonna say, it's not like I'm gonna see this and laugh at it and make fun of it. That's not what I do. Who is it?
I'm not telling you.
I know this
No.
person. Okay. Then it's fine. Well, anyways, third question. More unnecessary sex scenes or less? I think movies should be entirely unnecessary sex scenes.
I agree.
Has anyone considered making a movie that's only about sex?
Sex in the City.
I feel like that's worth... Well, no, there's two things there. There's sex and also the city.
Well, yeah, it's in the city is just like where it is.
It's and the city.
Oh.
It's literally two things. There's sex and then there's the city.
Whoops. Holy shit, are those chicken and biscuits?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, those are my favorite crackers. Actually, no, I have a favorite cracker, and that's...
I know who it is. It's not me, listeners, just so you know. I have... My favorite cracker right now is more of like a Biscoff cookie. You know, there's like a bit of darkness there. Darkness meaning physically. You know, it's a brownish tint to it. like the flip sides, those old crackers, the Townhouse flip sides, where it's like orange on one side, brown on the other. It's kind of the perfect hypostasis between those two.
I really
But
like
still white.
a good Biscoff cookie. Like
me
people shit on them a lot, but like, because like it's like, oh, it's airplane food. No, I really like them actually.
They're nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, make movies that are entirely sex. How do we end this episode, Steph?
Let's do more questions. Like, come on, we can do a couple more.
That's all the questions.
Oh, that's all the questions.
That's all the. It's over. Go home.
Oh,
You know what? I'm just gonna say. Hold on. I'm just gonna say.
Oh no. All right, let's see.
Oh wait, I'm deleting that.
Why? Oh.
Terrible idea on my part.
We should make a WoMENSA. We should make a WoMENSA Discord.
We should.
Yeah, for all our copious fans. That we have. I mean, it's just entirely Spanish speaking.
That'd be cool.
It would.
What the dog doing?
Ooh.
Nothing sexual to me.
Well, it depends.
Right,
Define dog. Because it could be a
style.
dog girl also.
Dog girl, which I'm against that.
Yeah,
I'm
we
pro
know.
doggy style, anti back shots.
I'm pro dog girl, anti puppy girl.
I'm anti both.
I respect that.
Okay. Well,
I
we've
mostly
done
just
one
said that as a
question.
joke. Like, I don't actually know anything.
I don't have knowledge.
No. The only thing I know about is H.G. Wells' Time Machine, starring Charlie and Pym from Smiling Friends.
All right, I'm soliciting Beth for a sex question.
Yeah. You had to submit it to the machine.
Yeah. She'll scream her answer from the other room. Okay, whatever. Let's just fucking end the episode. Wait. Oh, that's you. Fuck it, the episode's over. Wait, no. My butthole's thought about.
My butthole is thought about, I think.
It's not forgotten.
Yeah, I don't think mine is. I thought you were gonna say mine is not thought about. I thought I said mine is thought about, and then you said it's not, and I.
Your butthole's so forgettable, babe. God, it just doesn't stick in my mind at all. Okay, fuck it. The episode's over.
Bye! Bye!
Goodbye!
Bye! Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You had a good time listening to the episode.
It's time to come.
I had a good time spending this hour with you. It was a beautiful time.
Would you do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel if asked?
Oh, I'd let you do it even worse, listener. Oh, turn me into an animal, listener.